Hey Rama, welcome to Just Like That.
Hey Sahil, thank you so much for having me. You wouldn't believe I spent the last weekend looking at all your videos on YouTube. I must have gone through a bunch of them. I was preparing for the other panel that you were hosting, and I wanted to
Right.
go completely prepared. And then, in 3 days, I'm here. I'm so happy.
Wow, this is so beautiful, right? Because imagine, you chanced upon my YouTube channel and then you came onto that prepared. And I'm so sorry I'm putting you onto a spot like this because Just Like That is all about being unscripted.
This is fun. And like I said, we either going to rock it or you're going to regret having me.
No, I'm sure I won't regret having you because this is not something formal. This is absolutely chilled out. In fact, you'll be very surprised. I had invited one of my very close friends, Natasha, to come on Just Like That. And she was mentioning about undertaking a course from Google that is called I Am Remarkable. And the moment she said that in the video, of course, me being me, after the video, I went and I Googled, I said, what course is this? I haven't heard of it. I want to know more. And then I said, of course, I can Google it like anybody else. But when I have a friend in Rama, why not really hear from her and from the horse's mouth of what is this whole thing called I Am Remarkable?
Nice. I am remarkable. You are remarkable. And sometimes we forget it. So, I'm Remarkable started as an incubator project in Google when two women realized that how difficult women, especially and people with lower strata of economy or racism and things like that, cannot speak up for what they do. And
Hmm.
all of us at times want to, climb Mount Everest and then talk about mountaineering, whereas we've been climbing different mountains and we forget about them. So I'm Remarkable is about putting yourself and promoting yourself both professionally as well as personally, and breaking that myth about promotion. Like usually when, especially Indians, when we want to talk about something, we say, oh, bragging isn't good. We're going to be very modest, we're going to be very humility. I'm going to put my head down and somebody is going to notice me for my work and then they're going to promote me. That rarely happens because everybody is so busy. So unless you talk about yourself, unless you have that elevator pitch, unless you know that what you're remarkable for and confident, it doesn't show.
Fantastic. So you're saying Google has come up with this course called I Am Remarkable. Is that open to only Googleites? Is it open to the world at large?
No,
Because
it is open to the world at large. I have, I'm a facilitator and I must have trained multiple students, women across regions, men at times, who found, equally difficult to talk about. And we always have this theory, right, that women are shy and men, can go and brag. Of course, there's data points saying that, men apply to a role even when they're 60% up to the mark, whereas women need 100 and 110% even to apply for a role, and that is the difference. So, but then there's still men who find it very difficult to talk about their achievements. So we would have facilitated for everybody across.
wow, I didn't know this that you were a facilitator for this course. I am going to catch up with you after this show and check with you of how do I register for the next course.
Absolutely.
Okay, but also tell me, Rama, you've been talking a lot about happiness, right? So of course there is one aspect about being remarkable, doing great work, but at the same time being very happy. So, how do you really be happy while you are in this continuous quest and chase in the pursuit of happiness?
Okay. So that's a topic close to heart. And you wouldn't believe I could be crying. And if you ask me, am I happy? I'm happy. Because there's so many things you're grateful for. So the minute you step back and say, things that you're grateful for, you have your house, you have a career, you have people you love, it could be family, friends, it could be, good health, it just could be getting up in the morning and saying, hey, I have another day to prove myself. It's all about, making it a choice and living your life to ensure that every day is special, and everything good or bad, if it's bad it's going to pass away, it's good, it's great, but then that's part of life and be happy about it. So for me,
Yeah, in fact, I
happiness.
like what you said because Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, for me, happiness is all about being grateful, and that alone pushes, to be more vibrant in life.
Right, right. Because actually, a couple of years back, Rama, I was exactly on that journey where I would get up every morning and I said, okay, I'm going to prove myself today, like the way you mentioned. And then I realized that every moment I got up wanting to prove myself, I was actually putting myself available to people to stand and judge me. And in the process, validate whether
Mhm.
I was proving it right. And then I realized that I was giving happiness an external focus. Because whenever people validated what I said, or people nodded and said, Sahil, good point, I felt happy. And whenever people rubbished what I said, even though I thought it was brilliant or remarkable, in your words, I really felt really low about it. And then I realized a couple of years back that I'm going to just change the word a bit. And I'm going to stop proving myself every day, but I'm going to start improving myself every day. And
Yeah,
by doing that, Rama, it has been such a beautiful journey over the last couple of years because every day I just am my own competition. I want to be a better version of myself every day.
right. And living it up. The days that's
Absolutely.
going to be negative, the days to absolutely positive, and then both days are equal at the end. It's like, you just draw a line and they're all great.
True, true, true. In fact, you know what? You and I have something in common.
Oh, apart from happiness. Okay.
Yeah, apart from happiness and the smile, I think you also gave interviews for Google, and you had around 9 rounds. And I also gave an interview for Google, and I got through all the 9 rounds. The only difference, of course, is that something else came up in my life, and I didn't end up joining Google. And you joined the Hyderabad office, and now are in Singapore.
Yes, 9 long rounds.
Yeah, but has life changed in the whole Google world?
It has. It's now 3 interviews. So when I interview people, it is just 3 interviews, 1, 2, and 3. And within the next 3 months, they get to know. And 3 months is like on the longer side. Sometimes it happens within a couple of weeks. So it's changed a
So
lot. And
HR doesn't say I'll get back to you. HR actually gives you an answer.
they do. Most of the I have a lot of friends there, so I'm not going to say anything wrong. Never mess with that one team. Is that how
Right.
it is?
Interesting, interesting. Wonderful, Rama. Very nice. And but obviously, Google continues to hire. And do they hire for roles? Do they hire for Google? I know Google hires differently. Everyone's in awe of the slides and the free food and all of that you see online. But how is it like working for Google?
It's amazing because Google doesn't hire for the role. Google hires for the company. That is, they expect everybody to be fluid, to change roles. They encourage us to change roles continuously, figuring it out. We have 20% projects. You could just go about and do a 20% project. They're bungee roles where you take 6 months off to go and experiment with a new role. You like it, you may continue, or you come back to your previous role and start doing what you do. So a lot of opportunity. Yes, the food, the gym, the place is amazing, but what's really amazing is the quality of people. And when I say quality, I'm not only talking about the world's brilliant minds there, the people who are truly respectful, people who really have the right intent, and everything revolves around respect. So that makes, working great.
But do you guys hire only from the IIMs, IITs? Where have you passed out from, Rama?
None of those. I'm from the Bangalore University. Nothing against them, but you don't have to be an IIM or IIT. The role, look at the role, look at the company, what do they need? A lot of googliness, a lot. I'm like, even if a rocket scientist comes there and he's not approachable or she's not approachable, I don't think they'll get into Google. And I'm very confident in saying that because people need something called googliness. And that's, someone who thrives in ambiguity, somebody who questions the status quo respectfully, somebody who's approachable and, lives life respectfully. and treats everybody equally. So I'm from Bangalore University. If I can make it, I think anybody can make it.
Wow. So if Rama can make it, anybody can make it. But I love the way you say thrive in ambiguity and challenge the status quo, which many of us do. But the key word is respectfully.
It is respect.
Wonderful. Rama, thank you so much for joining us. And just like that, and extreme apologies for putting you onto a spot.
Thanks
Just
so
like
much,
that.
Sahil. This was fun. I never thought something spontaneous was going to be this fun. Thank you so much. All the very best for just like that. And you have one person who's going to watch this out.
Thank you. Take care. Hasta la vista.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye.